welcome back to this part 2 of our Twitter series, and straight into it, I'm going to show you how the Twitter homepage works. I've got to admit, I'm going to be pretty quick here because I don't think this is the best way to follow your tweets. Okay, I think this is sort of like an emergency version if you happen to be somewhere, but it's the first thing most people see, so I did want to explain what was going on here. Okay, first of all, in our profile section, and we'll click on the profile section up here, we can see there's my Ed Dale Strat, and you can click that you can add a photo. You really should add a photo. Very, very important, I believe, to add a picture. And I think a real photo is much, much, much better than an icon or something along those lines. So I'm going to certainly do upload one of those. Now, account, and this is important because this is a good one for you to set. You can see you can enter your real name, the username, which is Ed Dale Strat, which gives you your URL, which is very important because you can refer people to that. And in fact, you can use this URL in your signature for the 30-day challenge forums as a way for people to find you. Obviously, your email, you should set your time zone to wherever you happen to be. So we'll fix that to Melbourne. And if you've got a URL or a blog, then I definitely suggest that. We'll put in 30-day challenge. And then one-line bio. One-line bio. So feel free to fill that out too. Get a photo, and you can put location. Some of the cool apps let you set your location automatically, which is pretty spiffy as well. Okay, location Melbourne, and choose your language, of course. Now, protect my updates is interesting. I don't do it for my public sort of things, so only let people whom I approve follow my updates. If this is checked, you will not be on the public timeline. Updates posted previously may still be publicly visible in some places. So this is if you don't want anybody to see what you're doing except people you have approved to follow, which for some people that might be quite useful. As I say, from a marketing perspective, for a marketing version, you certainly wouldn't want to do that. However, for private stuff, you may well want to do that as well. So we hit save. Okay, so we've got all of that is saved. Obviously, password section. Devices, you can set up your mobile phone, and again, I would leave this alone for now. It's very cool once you're up and running, but for starters, let's leave that alone. Now, you can get notices. You can get Twitter to send you an email if you haven't been updated in 24 hours. Email when someone starts following me. Not a bad idea. Email when I receive a new direct message, which is quite useful. I use that a lot. And yeah, email me when the newsletters are there, which is fantastic. And again, you can see your picture. And you can choose a theme for your particular profile, or indeed you can upload your own, but hey, let's leave that for the moment. Although, why don't we? This looks lovely. Oh, it's a bit bright for my liking. There we are. Very good. Okay, so that's the profile. Thank you very much, Twitter. Lovely. All right, and we're done. So let's head out. You can see your find people, find on Twitter, and you just type in a search to find other people on other networks, and that's like your Gmail, AOL, and Yahoo. Again, I'd stay away from that personally. You can invite somebody you know via email, which is not a bad idea. And of course, there are the suggested users, but I would honestly stay right away from that unless there's somebody who specifically, you're interested in. Maybe if there's a celebrity, that you really, really like I followed John Mayer, for example, as one example. So there's that. Okay, our settings, which you've already seen, there is a help function, of course, and sign out. But let's go back home. Okay, you can see that here we are. We've got 3 following, and we also have 3 followers. Fascinating. I've done this. Nobody knows about this account whatsoever, and this is just to prove a point. So there we go. And what else have we got here? Let's have a look. So you can see your number of followers. Please don't get hung up about how many people are following you. It's so schoolyard. It doesn't matter how many people are following you, particularly at this point. We just want to use it. Now, this is an important one. This is at what we call at messages. Now, on Twitter, the at message, if you put at, and for example, if you were to type, and I'll show you this in the window, at ed_Dale, I would, and hit that, that is going to go directly to me. And only people who are following, the only people who will see that is myself, and if somebody was following both me and Ed Dale Strat, if that makes sense, would see that. So it's a great way of seeing somebody, and one of the best things about Twitter is if anybody's on Twitter, then you can send them a message, and you know at least they'll see it. Because, for example, if somebody had sent Ed Dale Strat a message, in fact, I might just go do that now. There we go, and we've got a message. So somebody sends us a message. This is great. One of the real strengths of Twitter, and it's very democratizing, if there's such a word, because just being able to have a look at know for a fact that somebody, anybody who's on Twitter will at least see your message is a very powerful thing. I love that. Now we can do some cool things here with search, and we'll be coming back to this in a big way when we go through the marketing stage of the 30-day challenge. But you can see here, as I do this, the big trending messages are Kobe. I think the Lakers may have wrapped up the NBA championship. Obviously, the Iran election is very popular at the moment. This is really interesting. It's sort of like a way to get flashing news. It's really cool. But what I'd encourage you to do here with the search box, just for a bit of fun, is type something in that you're really interested in, like a hobby or something. For example, I might choose Leica camera. And if we click search, check this out. 12 minutes ago, somebody wrote something about Leica. 32 minutes ago, 41 minutes ago, an hour ago, about an hour, about 2 hours, 2 hours. Look, Leica is not exactly a big, huge deal anywhere. It's a very niche camera. But look at all these people on Twitter talking about Leica. So check it out. And we're going to use this function a lot when we come to our marketing. But for now, you can just follow it. And it's very interesting when there's a news event or something like that, just to be able to search and see what people are saying in real time. It's one of the really powerful things about Twitter. Okay. So we'll go back to our home screen. There is an RSS feed, and don't worry if you know nothing about what that is, but that is very important. And in pre-season, we're going to teach you how to use an RSS feed, and it's going to change the way you use the internet. We're going to do that with the amazing Google Reader. But for now, don't worry about it. We'll check back with you. So that's the home page, and that's the Twitter page, if you will. Don't fret too much about it. It's a bit of a backstop because we're going to show you some cool tools that you should be using which do the job and make Twittering really powerful and really pleasurable, and most importantly, I think, really controllable. So come back and join us. All right, speak soon.